Let's talk about people who overshare on social media. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet again another video. So, I want to talk about people who overshare everything on social media, okay? Now, specifically, I'm talking about the people that we all know who we grew up around, who they share everything on Instagram, that everything they do is like a post that's supposed to be made on Facebook, or they share every single thing they do on Twitter or X as it's now called, or just the people that they feel the need to like prove something to the world, or they feel the need to like every single accomplishment or every single family outing, or like every time they're in a big group of people, or anytime they like go somewhere, or anytime they like go to a concert or do something in like out in the city, or they go on to, you guys get what I mean. Every time they do like anything, they just have to post about it on social media. I have never understood people that do that. Okay, I'm a very private individual, and I know a lot of you are very private individuals as well. And I've said it on the channel before, I'm not a huge social media person. Obviously, I have YouTube, but other than that, I don't have social media, any social media is installed on my phone at all. Like literally the only app I have installed is YouTube. And so I've never really been someone that feels this need to like post everything that I do on social media to like impress all of my high school friends, or I've got to, impress all these people that like follow me and shit on social media, on Instagram. I use Instagram as an example because that one is like the worst. That one is where I see the most toxicity and like the most keeping up with the Joneses kind of stuff, where it's like everybody's posting the same pictures at the same locations with like slightly different captions, and they're trying to outdo everybody. And oh, this person just got married, so I have to get married next week and post a picture about it so I can compete with everybody. And oh my God, I just bought a house, so I need to post a picture about it and just prove to everyone how awesome my fucking life is all of the time, constantly. And just, I just did this. Oh, I just got my college degree. I just graduated. I'm not saying, just to be clear, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to like accomplish things. Okay, of course, when you accomplish things in life, it's totally fine to be proud of it and to want to share it and stuff like that. I understand why people do it, but I think that I've never understood why people think that that's the right way to go, because why do you want people to know what you got going on in your personal life? Like, to me, it's smarter or it's wiser to make moves in your life and not share it to the world on social media. Like, let's just say, for example, I buy a new car. If I buy a new car, I'm not gonna post about it on social media. Like, I might be proud of it, I might admire the car and think it's cool, and I might take some pictures of it, but I'm not gonna post about it on social media, like seeking validation from people about it, or trying to impress all these people that follow me on a digital screen on Instagram. A lot of these people that follow you and you follow are not even people that you're connected with in real life anyway. So it's like, why are you trying to impress all these people, Or it's like, I've been dating this person for like 2 weeks. Oh, let me post a picture with them on social media to prove to everybody, hey world, I'm in a relationship. You know what I mean? Even though you don't even know this person yet. Like, the point is, most of what you see on like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and a lot of these platforms and social media sites and apps, where it's like people that are trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they're trying to outdo and compete with everybody and like everyone they grew up with and all these people that follow them and they follow. And it's just like this ecosystem of just like jealousy and envy and toxicity and competition and like petty stuff, and people being mad at each other and comparing their life to like someone else's highlight reel on the internet that's fake anyway. Because let's be honest, guys, nobody is posting their lowlights. You know what I mean? Everyone's posting the highlights. Everyone wants their life to appear like it's awesome all the time. And that's one of the problems with social media that I see. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use it and haven't used it in a while, because I realize that it's a false reality. You know what I mean? I realize that it's just a cesspool of toxicity most of the time, and negativity, and just people being fake and trying to prove stuff to people who don't even care about them, or trying to impress all these people that they grew up with in their hometown, or excuse me, guys, or whatever it is. I've just never understood this mindset where it's like a lot of people have, that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, where it's like everything they do is like they post about it on social media. It's like they're just living in it's almost like people stopped living their life and started performing their life like for an audience on social media. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like most people, at least most people around my age group and like a little bit older and a little bit younger, are kind of doing. That seems like the kind of the thing right now, is to just live your life on social media, on an app, you know what I mean? Just constantly sharing everything that you're doing, like constantly posture on social media, constantly trying to prove to everyone how awesome their life is, when really it's probably not. Like most of the time, what I've noticed with the people that are constantly in a mode of keeping up with the Joneses on social media, right? And like proving everything, and every thing they accomplish, everywhere they go, everything they do has to be like a post and shit like that. A lot of the time, these were some of your most miserable people, right? Like when you see these people in real life, they look soulless, they look gone, they look like they're not present, they look like they're just like this miserable person, but like their social media profile looks like they're having the best time ever, and all this kind of stuff. They're trying to like put up this false image to the world to make it appear to other people like their life is one thing, when in reality it's something else. You know what I mean? And listen, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying that, you know, keeping up with your family members or like getting on social media to kind of just like keep up with like some people that you might be close to and stuff like that is like some bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I've never understood the people who constantly have to post everything they do, everywhere they go, every accomplishment they make, like every milestone they hit. It's almost like their social media is like their personal diary or something like that, for them to prove a false image about their reality or about their life to the world. That's the problem that I have, because that's like a validation loop is what that is. What that really is for people who are very insecure, who don't feel very okay with themselves, and who don't necessarily feel fulfilled internally in their lives. So what they have to do is constantly post pictures and make these social media posts about how awesome their life is to the world. Like they have to pretend that that's what's going on. That way they can get this, like they can get these hits of dopamine from like likes and comments and engagement, and you know, people blowing up their ego and with all these comments and stuff like that. Even if it's fake, like to make them feel good and validate their ego and stuff like that. And that's a loop. That is a dopamine validation loop trap, which a lot of people are in, and a lot of people, I think, don't realize that that's what they're in. They think that like, oh yeah, I'm just sharing my life with the world. I'm sharing my day-to-day life with my friends and stuff. That's an excuse. That's not really what that is. They're in a dopamine validation loop where every time they post a picture, they get like likes and comments and ego stroking feedback to make themselves feel good. You know what I mean? Like in a pseudo way. That's what is really going on. That's kind of my opinion on what is actually happening with people who post everything they do on social media. Guys, like for me, I would not want to be posting everything I do and every possession that I have and every milestone that I hit and all this kind of stuff online, because it's like, one, I have nothing to prove to anybody. I'm satisfied with my life as it is, okay? It could be better, I'm not gonna lie, no one's perfectly happy, but I'm pretty satisfied. So I have nothing to prove to, especially not to people that I went to high school with or people that I grew up with. I have nothing to prove to those people whatsoever. Okay, number two, I am self-validating, you know what I mean? I'm kind of more of an introvert anyway, so it's like, I don't need to prove anything to people to make them socially validate me, to make myself feel like I'm good enough or something. I already feel like I'm good enough just on the fact that I exist. You know what I mean? Based on the mere fact that I exist, I have inherent self-worth, and I am self-validating, and I'm self-validated by the grace of God. You know what I mean? That it's like I don't need to do all this extra stuff and post pictures of myself constantly on social media to like validate my ego so I feel good because I'm like miserable or something. Like, no, I'm not miserable. My life is pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with my life. I'm grateful for the life that I have. You know, I've had miserable moments in my life, like we all do, but I'm pretty satisfied. So I don't feel the need to like have my ego stroked online by posting all the time constantly and sharing everything where I have like no privacy. Another thing for me is privacy. It's like, if you're posting everywhere you go on social media, oh, look at me, I'm this big travel person, I go everywhere, and look at me and stuff like this. Like, I don't need to prove anything like that. You know what I mean? And also the thing with that is like, the thing with it, you have no privacy. You post pictures of your house, pictures of your children online and stuff like this, and like pictures of, you know, your car, or pictures of whatever, like everywhere you go, your location constantly. It's like, if you have no privacy like that, you're kind of leaving yourself open for potential bad things from bad people that may want bad things for you. You know what I mean? The internet is not a very safe place, and I'm not trying to make you guys paranoid or anything like that, or say that the internet is just like the worst place in the world, but the internet is not a great place. And if you're somebody who like posts pictures of every person in your life that's close to you, like you post pictures of your kids, like your infant children, on social media, or you post pictures of just everything that is private to your personal life, to where you have zero privacy and the whole world can just see into your personal life. I don't think that's a great idea. I don't think that's the wisest thing to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You want to share. Again, I understand the surface level kind of mindset from the normies or from the NPCs that do this, that explain, or that when they try to explain why they do it, oh, you know, I'm just trying to share with my family, or, you know, I just want to keep up with my friends and stuff like this. And again, I've never been a keeping up with the Joneses type of person. I don't understand that. I have nothing to prove. That is like mental bandwidth that I just really don't feel the need to allocate any energy into, because it's like, I'm going to use my mental bandwidth to pursue my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, live my life in a private way. You know what I mean? Where I'm not like just plastering it all over the internet for the world to see because I'm trying to prove something to everybody, or I need to be validated by the world constantly and shit like that. Like, I just don't understand people like that. I think a lot of times it's these NPC, these normie type of people that are doing this type of stuff, and they're not really thinking about what they're doing. They're just kind of following society because that's what society does now, and they just follow the crowd, and they just go, you know, if everybody else is doing it, well, I guess I'm supposed to be doing it too. Everybody else posts pictures of them dancing at fucking raves every single weekend because that's the cool thing to do online. Well, I guess I should be doing that too, and then just drinking my guts out into oblivion and just doing self-destructive stuff all the time. And obviously this is like mostly your younger people that are doing this type of stuff, but even older people, this is happening to older people too. I know a lot of boomers. I know a lot of people that are in Gen X, a lot of people that are millennials who do this type of stuff as well. They think just sharing every single moment online is just the right thing to do. And I'll say this as well. If you guys have not seen the documentary, The Social Dilemma, the Netflix documentary, you guys should see that. It's very eye-opening. It explains how this social media stuff works and how it makes you depressed, and how it makes you, it makes a lot of people dependent on it for like ego validation. Like I mentioned, it turns people narcissistic. It makes people think they're celebrities when they're not. You know what I mean? It makes people, it inflates people's egos. It makes people socially anxious where they can't even talk to you in person anymore because they're so concerned with their image on social media. It's like, for a lot of people, their social media presence is like is first priority, and then the real world is like second priority after that. It's like, for a lot of people, like especially younger people, but again, older people too, it's like social media world, that fantasy that's in their cell phone is like reality number one. And then actual reality, it's like number two, if you guys understand what I mean. It's like, for a lot of people, you know, what's going on this thing right here, this, you know, magical glowing box that we all are addicted to now is the first world, is the primary world for them instead of the fake world. So yeah, guys, that's kind of my take on people who need to share everything on social media and people that overshare literally everything they do. I don't get it. I've never understood that. It's never been the wisest thing to me. To me, it's people that need to fit in. It's people that need to be socially validated. It's people that are insecure, that want to compete with all their high school friends and want to, you know, keep up with the Joneses and all this type of stuff. That's what it is to me. I think it's just a bunch of toxicity and a bunch of crap and a bunch of meaningless stuff, when really a lot of those people could be focusing on their own life in private and pursuing their dreams and pursuing their goals and that sort of thing, and not feel this need to constantly broadcast everything they do online. I promise you, people would feel a lot better. That's a lot better way to have a better level of mental health, at least from my experience. When you get off of all that kind of stuff, you just feel better. You're just present and you're just living your life. You don't feel the need to prove anything. And it's just like a freeing kind of feeling when you don't feel the need to prove stuff on social media constantly. So that's kind of been my experience. I understand that it's hard to quit for a lot of people. It's very addictive, so I understand it. But the quicker you can get off of social media, the quicker you will realize how meaningless it is and how much of a waste of time it is, and how much of a better life and a better level of mental health you could have if you just got off of it and lived your life, you know? So yeah, that's the video, guys. My name's John. Let me know your opinion. Let me know your thoughts on people who overshare on social media. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.